in our building. Who are you?
What? You own this building, sir?
Who are you?
Excuse me, sir.
Don't touch me.
Excuse me, sir.
No.
Okay. Excuse me.
No.
I don't. Why are you acting like this? I don't.
Because
want...
I act like this. I think that's not a real name. Ben
What's
Franklin?
that?
Is your name?
Threatening to have state police put their hands on me and remove and take my freedom away from me, sir. That's being aggressive.
ID for his report.
Oh, he needs my name and ID. Do
We
you
have
suspect?
to make a report now. So
You have to make a
we need-
report. Yeah. So do you suspect me of committing a crime?
She's documented that you were here. So
No. Then I'm not going to give you any ID.
All right, now we're gonna go down a slippery slope because you are gonna give me your ID.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the State of New Jersey Department of Human Services here in Trenton. We are here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. Hey, how are you? Where do I sign in here?
Where do you have to go?
Oh, I'm taking a tour of the building.
You're taking a tour of this building?
The tour of the building. That's correct.
This building doesn't take tours.
Is it not a public building? It's not a public building?
It's locked. No, it's a restricted building, no access.
It's a restricted building for what purpose?
You can't come in right now. It's strictly just office buildings, no tours.
But this is a public building, sir.
No, only up to this part right here, sir.
Only up until this part, but it says visitors sign in.
No, sir, visitors don't sign in.
That's just for the.
We don't have visitors, sir.
It says visitors, where does it say that? All capital place one visitors
If you have business.
must sign in. I thought you just said you don't have visitors.
What is your business?
I just told you.
No,
You can't take,
I can't look around a government
You
building.
cannot go in this building, sir.
you have to have an appointment.
It doesn't say that. It says visitors.
We say it, sir. We say
First
you can't
floor
go.
visitors
This is,
pass,
they
second
have
floor
a-
visitor
can't go in,
pass.
sir.
They make an appointment. They
I
make
could
an
sign in right
appointment.
here.
No, you
No,
can't.
that's for people to sign in. They-
Loading dock.
garbage-
But where's the
Did you
visitor
send one of
sign
the
in?
officers out here?
Where's the visitor sign in sheet? There goes our friendly reminder that they're always recording us, even though it always seems to be an issue if we record them. What about this area is restricted? Hey, how are you? Who are you, sir?
Who are you?
Oh, I didn't come up to you and try and speak to you, sir.
You're in our building. Who are you?
What? You own this building, sir?
Who are you?
I'm asking if can I get your name and badge number? Hi, sir. How are you? Are you supervisor here?
Supervisor?
Yeah.
I am a supervisor.
You're a supervisor. Can I get your name, please?
Yes, I'm Captain Kurcheski.
Captain Kurchaski?
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain. No, I don't need any help with anything. I don't need any help. I'm just gonna stay in the publicly accessible areas of the building here. That's all. I don't need any help. Can you please back away from me, sir? I'm
No,
gonna
sir,
move.
you're
I'm gonna move
walking up
around
to
you.
me, sir.
I'm gonna go around you.
No,
okay?
you're not, sir.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
All right. I don't want any problems here. I'm in the publicly accessible area. I'm an independent journalist.
This is not the public
Captain.
area.
Of course, this
Up
is the
front.
public
No,
area.
it is not.
Of course, this is a public area, sir. It's a public hallway. It's a public building, right? This is a government building funded by taxpayers?
This is a government building,
Yeah.
but this is the...
So what do you guys have to hide here? I'm just an independent journalist, just taking some pictures and video in the publicly accessible areas. I don't want to go inside anybody's restricted office or anything like that, or disturb any business here. Just checking in on what's going on in this building, that's all.
Okay. The lobby area is what would be considered the public area.
Isn't this part of the lobby? This is
No,
like a...
no.
This is part of the lobby. You have pictures everywhere. I'm just taking some pictures. That's all. I'm taking my own pictures. You have things hung up. There's some documents over here I want to take a look at. I don't see what's the issue. Those look like public notices.
Sir.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to go take a look at the public
No,
notices,
sir.
okay?
No.
Excuse me,
Don't
sir.
touch me.
Excuse me, sir.
No.
Okay. Excuse me. I don't... Why are you acting like this? I don't
Because
want...
I act like this.
Okay, that's because you act like this. That's why. Okay. Do you work for the state, sir?
Work for state police. Yeah.
C. Briggs? Okay.
Yeah. Where you going?
I'm walking around the publicly accessible area, sir. Like these documents over here. So you have rules and regulations here. The Department of Treasury. Not classified secrets, sir. They're all just hung up for everyone to see. See these behind you? These are public notices for the public to look at. Do you see? Want to take a look at them?
I know what they are.
They're public notices. That's all. So all of these people on the walls over here, those are who? I mean, if you're going to walk with me, might as well give me a tour.
I don't give tours, sir.
Might as well explain it to me or something. Are these like commissioners?
Not through there, sir. It's a restricted area, sir.
How is it restricted area?
Just restricted.
You can't just restrict areas.
There's people in there doing restricted stuff, sir. It's not the public. It's not a public building.
It is a public building.
That
This
is not public.
This is the department. Are you insane? This is the department
It's not
of
public, sir.
oh, excuse me?
This office in there is not public.
You just don't want anything to be public. What do you have to hide?
I don't know, sir.
Isn't this the Department of Human Services? That's what the sign says
That's
outside.
what it says outside. Yes, sir.
Department of Human Services.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's the problem? I don't understand. So you guys offer services to the public here. What kind of services do you offer to the public, sir? Can I get someone to help me, or
Well, will be somebody coming around.
how you doing today, sir?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
What official business do you have here today?
Oh, I'm working on a story. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story on the New Jersey Department of Health and Human Services here.
If you give me your name and number, I'll have the public information officer contact you and answer any questions he can help you with.
Oh, I'm just taking. I don't have any questions at this time. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility here in the publicly accessible areas. I'm not going into restricted areas or anything.
If you're here on official business, we're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
If you said you're doing a story, I'll have the public information officer call you. Other than that, if you won't give me your name and why you're here on official
Who
business,
are you,
we
sir?
will ask you to leave.
Who are you?
Tim Gallagher, Director of Human Services Police.
Director of Human Services Police.
Yes.
Human Services has their own police department.
So we're going to stick with the topic at hand. If you're not here on official business,
I am here
we're
on official
asking you
business.
to leave.
But I am here on
This is the
official
second time I'm
business.
asking you. I will
But
ask
I'm-
you a third time and understand we're going to have the state police speak to you. So if you're not here on official
Are these state
business-
police?
No, they're just gentlemen. who
Oh,
work
I
here.
don't know. Okay. I would
Third
like.
time, are you here
Can
on
I speak to
official
a
business?
supervisor of the state police?
Then go to the state police.
I mean, you're the one that's saying threatening me with state police.
It's
I
not
thought they
a
might have
threat.
been here.
It's just telling you how we need to interact here.
I
You're
have
here on
s-
official business?
I am here on official business. That's
What
correct.
is your official business?
I'm working on a story. I'm a journalist. I want to see what type of.
I got it, sir. I got it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Our public information officer will
I don't
call
want to
you.
speak to the public information officer, sir.
This is how it works. If you're
What services
you're the
do you offer here
press,
to the public?
We're not going down your
I am a
questions.
member of the public. I'm asking you. I'm asking everyone here. What services are offered to the public here, so I know
Our
what.
website has everything you need to know.
Sir, I'm here. That doesn't
Yes.
make any sense. You could just say, "Hey, sir." You could set a good example for the state of New Jersey and say, "Hey, sir, how are you? Welcome to the Department of Health and Human Services. Here, we offer X, Y, and Z." Instead of being
welcoming you.
aggressive,
We are welcoming
right?
you. Not aggressive at all.
You
My
are.
hands are right in front of me.
It's-
and
there's-
I'm telling you, if you're here for public information, we have someone that can help you.
Yeah, there's also
you're
there's,
refusing to
there's
give
an
me your
Oprah
name?
there's an Oprah request
What
that
is
I
your
can
name?
file. Sir, there's an Oprah request that also I can file with the city of New Jersey, with
Then
the
you
state
should
of New
do so.
Jersey. I do it here at the Health and Human Services.
What is your name?
Sir, you have to have an
That's the
Oprah
second
officer
time.
here.
What is your name?
Do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
You asked me my name.
Yes.
I'm allowed to ask you your name.
At this point, you're being very aggressive, and I'm not going to provide my name to you
I'm
or
not
any
being
type of.
aggressive.
You are. You're threatening to have state police put their hands on me and remove and take my freedom away from me, sir. That's being aggressive. That's telling.
Nobody ever
I'm not
said
threat-
about state police
I'm
putting
not
their hands
threatening.
on you.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
said.
have a conversation.
Okay.
You're here for public information.
I'm here to gather some public information. That's correct, which is my
Give me
First
your name
Amendment,
and number,
which
I'll
is
have the public
which is my
information officer
first,
call you.
sir, which is my First Amendment right to do so. Freedom of press. I have the right to access this public building.
And you
I have a
have.
right to get services of
And
this
now,
public
if you're
building.
not here for official
I have a
business,
right to get
there's your
services
door.
from this building, sir. I have
Please
a
walk
right.
to the door.
I have a right to get services from
First
this building,
time,
sir.
second time, please walk to the door.
Are you denying me services from this building?
We're not denying you any
I'm
services.
trying to conduct services
Third
from this
time,
building.
please
You are.
walk to
I'm
the
trying to
door.
conduct business here, sir. I'm trying to
Business
conduct.
doesn't work that way here.
I can't conduct business in the Department of Health and Human Services, sir.
You're here for public information.
I'm here for
That was your words.
I'm here for multiple reasons, sir. I'm here to gather public information
On the
as well as
website.
get Department of Human Services services here. I'm trying to get
On the
services here.
website.
Sir, I don't want to argue with you about this. What do you have to hide here in this public building?
Nobody's
Nothing,
hiding
right?
anything.
Okay, so what is the
So
problem with
let
a
me
member of the
understand.
public being
You won't
here?
tell us your name.
Sir, I don't have
What
to. I
you
have to
told
tell
us
you
is
your
you're
name.
here for public information. If you want service, certainly we're going to need your name.
No, that's not true. You don't. Just because I don't give you my name, you're not going to give me services.
I don't even know what services you need. Except
Exactly,
public
because you're
information.
not explaining to me what services you offer here, sir. That's all.
It doesn't work that way. We have an online portal.
Yeah, I'm here, but I didn't go online. I came here in person. That's the problem with government. You guys are trying to separate us. Go online. Go figure it out online. Stay out of our building, right? Just like
Could
this
it be
officer.
you're just here to add-
Just like this officer said here, this is our building. That's the mentality that you government officials have, is that this is your building, but it's the people's building. You get paid by the people of New Jersey. And
That's
so
what I'm
does
saying.
everyone.
You've been
Everyone
asked
that's
3
standing around
times
here
to
gets
offer your
paid by
name
the.
and you refuse to.
I don't have to. I'm not the public servant here,
I
sir.
just wanna
I
be
have a right
upfront
to.
with
I have a
you.
right to be
3
secure in my
times.
names. If you
And
would
you're
have
here for public
if you would have treated me
information.
with respect, I would have gave you my first name, sir. It's not a
I
problem.
have given you all the respect.
No, you're telling me you have business here or you need to leave, and I told you I have
That's what we do.
business.
It's a place of business.
And I'm trying to conduct business.
And
I don't want to even
understand,
go back and
when
forth
the
with
state
you.
police come here, they will be asking you a lot of what I'm asking you.
Okay. And
So
what
understand
is
you're
that?
already being defiant and telling us what you want and what you're
Defiant.
doing.
Again, the government is telling me I'm defying them, right? You're part of the government. All of you are part of the government. And I'm defying you by exercising my rights peacefully. That's being defiant. How is that being defiant?
Just
By
asking
standing
your
up for
name
my
and what
rights
you want.
peacefully? Is that being defiant? I don't have to identify myself to you. That is my right. I have a right to be in a public building. That is my right. But you're saying I'm being difficult and defiant because
You're
I'm
at a public
exercising
building
my
for a
rights.
Service.
It
You
doesn't
want public
matter.
information, I'll have them call you. I've answered your question. Now, please.
Sir, it doesn't matter. I have a right to enter this building and remain in this building. I am a member of the public.
Would you like to sit down while you wait for the state police?
No, I'm good. Would you like you could take a seat if you'd like.
Just trying to make you comfortable and give
Okay.
you service.
Okay. Can I get everybody's names, please? Can I get your name, sir?
Sure.
And badge number, please?
Badge number is 437.
And your name, sir?
Last name is Negron.
Negron?
Yeah.
Thank you. And you are your title?
Sorry.
Your title? Sergeant? With what agency?
Human Services.
Human Services. I find that fascinating that Human Services has their own police force. Why? What would be the purpose of that?
Our public information officer can answer all those questions for you.
Human Services needs their own police department. It's interesting. And you are, sir, a sergeant as well?
No, I advised you earlier, Captain.
Captain, sorry. Forgot. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I guess for scary people with a camera, that's why you guys have police officers here. I don't understand. See, that's one of my questions that I want to ask.
Check out the website.
The website will tell me why you have law enforcement officers here
Absolutely.
at the Human Services, but you can't just tell me.
I'm not.
See, who's
looking
being
to
difficult? I'm
talk
exercising my
about
rights.
it.
I'm exercising my rights. Who's the one being difficult, right? I think it's you, because I'm asking you questions that are simple questions, and you're saying, go on the website. But you could simply just tell me, right? You could just be cordial. You could be a good public servant and help the public and say, hey, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the disconnect right here. Is that you all are here, standing here, trying to intimidate me, especially you, trying to intimidate me. And for what? Because I came in here with a camera to investigate what my government's doing?
You're okay if you want to walk through. Have a seat. State police will be here and they can talk to you.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Hi. Can I just get your names and badge numbers, please?
Yeah, Trooper Sleva, badge number 7433.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Manual 7227.
Sergeant? Thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't call you, but you were called about me. apparently. I'm an independent journalist. I'm taking some pictures and video of the facility here.
Okay.
I'm working on a story on the Department of Human Services here. A lot of things that fascinate me.
You could film in the lobby.
But I don't understand what law prohibits me from filming inside of a public building. What law would that be?
No, like you can film in the lobby here. You're just not past that. You're not allowed past the security desk. So you can take all the pictures you want here. You're good.
But what about? I'm talking about if I want to go conduct services here. It says right here, for example, this sign right here, Trooper. It says all capital place 1 visitors must sign in at security desk and receive a visitor's pass. So so they don't have visitors here.
No, I mean, if
I'm a visitor.
Do you have an appointment with someone?
I don't have an appointment, but I have a visitor.
Walking through.
Why couldn't I? Why couldn't a member of a public go into
You
their?
have to make
But
an
what-
appointment. If you're gonna, you can have a request to go see someone, but I don't know.
But I feel like you're making an area restricted where it's not restricted. I just want to go to where anybody else can go. If I had,
You need an appointment, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. You just
but where does it say that? Where do you need an appointment? Where's the policy? Do you have that policy? Because you're enforcing the policy, right? But you don't have it, and then you're not policy enforcement.
who do you wanna
You're law
see?
enforcement.
Who do you-
I wanted to go check out all the different departments they have here.
You can't film. It's secure. That's just not going to happen to them.
Yeah, I mean, there's no law against. Again, you're
You can go
enforcing
through
policy.
Oprah. You go through Oprah.
Yeah. So who's the Oprah officer here, for example? That's a good question.
So you have to go to the state. Like, you're not just going to walk through the film to them.
I'm not.
Secure.
It's not a secure area.
I'm telling you, you're not going to miss this point. You can't.
Okay, so you're telling me if I go anywhere in the lobby, this is all part of the lobby.
Right,
Is
you're
it
in the
not?
lobby, You're good to film.
Is this not all part of the lobby? There's nothing that says no access beyond this point or anything here, right? So this is all part of one big lobby, correct?
Okay. Yes, right here, but you're not allowed past this.
But where are you getting this information from? That's what I want to understand. I want to understand. But how do you know the building's policy if you don't have it for me?
I'm sorry, I don't have it.
But you know every policy of this building?
Do I know every policy in this building? No, I don't work in this building.
Okay.
I just know you're
So
not allowed
if I
past
Oprah
this
requested the
security
policies of this building, it will say you cannot pass the security desk.
desk. Yeah,
You
you
cannot
can do
film.
that.
You cannot film.
I can. You're wrong.
No, right here you can.
You're wrong. This is a public building. I have a right to access the public building.
Actually, it's the state.
Oh, it's not a public building. It's a state building. Do you see how that sounds?
No.
A state building, Sergeant, and a public building, they're synonymous with each other. Who funds the state? The public. So that means that this is a public building. I don't understand why you're saying it's a state building. Again, this is part of the divide that I'm working on here, is that I'm trying to investigate the government and investigate the people, the public servants that's supposed to work for the people. And you're just you can't go over there because of policy that I don't know, even though I'm not policy enforcement, I'm law enforcement. So again, you have all these law enforcement officers here enforcing policies that trump my rights. I have a right to access this building.
So you can just, I guess, have an appointment with someone.
Like, I can't even ask anybody any questions about the Department of Human Services here.
I'm going to ask you not to go there. Some line, please.
What line?
Right here. Clearly, you see it says you must sign in and get past. You have no business here, so you.
I do have business here. I do.
I ask you respectfully not to go past this desk, please. Thank you.
To go past what desk?
The desk right in front of me, where the sign is. Thank you.
But it doesn't say not to go past the
I'm
sign.
asking you respectfully, sir.
Is that a lawful order? Or are you just asking me? Yeah, I want to speak to somebody here regarding the Department of Human Services. You're law enforcement. I want to speak to somebody who's a part of the Department of Human Services so I can ask them questions about what services they offer here to the public, things of that nature.
I'm abundantly clear on what you want, in spite that you won't tell us your name. The public
I don't have
information
to.
officer, you give me your name and number, I'll have them contact you. The public information officer is also on the website. All the services we have are on the website. Everything is on the website you could want to know about the Department of Human Services.
But I'm here. I'm documenting it. I want to talk to somebody here. How hard is that? Is that if you're saying I can't go upstairs because it's a restricted area because of policy, then bring someone down here. It's not that hard.
An appointment.
I don't
It's
need to
not
make
that
an
hard to go
appointment.
online.
I don't need to make an appointment, sir. I'm here. I am a member of the public. This is a public building, not a state building, or I guess it is, but they're both. And you guys are public servants, all of you here. And I'm just trying to get some clarification on what services are offered here while I'm here. I'm documenting it. That's why online I can't document. I'm documenting it. And right now, you're portraying a very poor example for your state. You could say, hey, sir, like I told you earlier, hey, sir, yeah, let me go see if I can find someone for you to come down here and answer some questions for you. It's very simple. What are they doing? They're too busy working? This is part of their job to do this. This is a huge building. This is a huge building. I'm sure there's somebody that can come down here. But why would I need an appointment? There is no issue with making an appointment. The issue is that I'm here. The issue is that I'm here. I shouldn't have to make an appointment when I'm here. Making an appointment, but there's nothing. A doctor's office is not a public building where they're with public servants in it that get paid by tax dollars. I'm here to check up on my government. Surprise visit, right? Surprise visit to check up on my government. And so far, you're doing a horrible job at inviting me here, at giving me service here. That's all I'm trying to do. Nothing here says you need an appointment. There's not one. You talk about these policies. You're talking about. You can't show me a policy. There's nothing here that says I need an appointment. There's nothing here that says that. It says sign in to receive a visitor's pass. I'm willing to sign in to get my visitor's pass. That's it. I don't understand where you're making up these rules and policies for no reason, even though you're law enforcement.
That's common courtesy to make an appointment.
Now it's common courtesy. Okay. I mean, they're busy doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is serving the public. Public servants are meant to serve the public. I am a member of the public, and I'm come here for services. I'm come here to ask questions.
You made that abundantly clear.
Okay,
you're repeating yourself.
But I have to. I feel like I have to because no one's really listening
and
to
I feel
me.
I have to repeat myself too.
Okay.
It's very simple.
The difference is that you don't have any signs backing what you're saying, and I have your own signs backing up what I'm saying.
So
you sign in to get a visitor.
Common courtesy.
Common courtesy. Okay.
You need a sign for that.
You know nothing about common courtesy, sir. To be honest with you, you know nothing about common
Consider the
courtesy.
source, sir.
Okay. Great. Consider the source. Consider whatever you like. I would like to. None of you here even work for the Department of Human Services. You guys are law enforcement officers. I'm asking to speak to somebody, a supervisor with the Department of Human Services that works directly for them. Okay, but why do I have to make an appointment, sir? Sir, why do I have to make an appointment? There's nothing on these doors that say you must make an appointment to speak to somebody in your government. There's nothing that says that.
John, you're good.
There's nothing that says that. I should be able to speak to somebody here, but because if I would have came in here without a camera, you would have been way nicer to me, and this is why I bring the cameras, because you need to understand that we, the people, are watching what our government is doing. It's not that hard. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not being discourteous. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying this officer here escalated.
You were told not to walk in the back. That's why I accompanied you.
Yeah, you accompanied me, right?
You were told not to.
Because there's secret things over there.
My trooper needs your name and ID for his report.
Oh, he needs my name and ID. Do you
We have
suspect?
to make a report now, so
you have to make a
we need-
report. Yeah. So do you suspect me of committing a crime?
She's documented that you were here. So
No, then I'm not going to give you any ID.
All right, now we're gonna go down a slippery slope because you are gonna give me your ID.
Oh no. I want to ask you a question. Do you suspect me, Sergeant, of committing
Don't
any
need
crimes?
to. At this point,
You don't need
for our
to.
reports, for
You
our
need it for your.
documentation.
You need it to put in your report.
Yeah.
You can put it in your report. Good citizen, as a pseudonym. That's not my name, but
Obviously, it's not your name.
okay. No, I just want to make it clear. I don't want to.
What are the hours of operations that you could call the public?
But why do I need to call? Why can't I? I'm here. That blows my mind. I am here.
Have the public information, call him directly.
Can I speak to your sergeant? I want to speak to your supervisor because that information that you are relaying to me about we're going to go down a slippery slope if I don't ID, that's wrong. That is wrong information.
Stop, sir. Thank you.
You need an education on the law, sir, because you have no right to demand ID, and I promise you will not get the ID. I promise you will not get my ID today. That I will promise you. You do what you need to do.
You're not gonna beat me, sir.
I don't need to beat you. I don't need to beat you. This is not. This is not a competition. It's me exercising my rights, and you're not going to violate them, or you will be held accountable for violating them.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So there will be no slippery slopes. You're not getting any ID of any kind.
Oh, I don't know. He's in there, honestly.
This is a huge building. Phone. Just call for me. Hey, somebody's here asking questions about the Department of Human Services. Do you have somebody to send down to speak to him? There's no policy against you needing an appointment. It's so simple. It's so simple.
I don't know his
And where's
schedule,
the-
and I can't just impose.
I don't need the
That's
I don't
why
need
we
the
do
public
appointments.
I don't need the public information. It doesn't have to be him. It doesn't have to be him
Well, that's
exactly.
what you asked for.
No. Anybody that can
said
tell
you're a
me.
journalist, correct?
Yes, anyone,
What
independent
media are
journalist.
you with?
Any independent means that I work for myself, sir. That's what independent means.
I
So,
want to know you're independent.
That's correct.
Name and a contact number.
but sir, I don't need to speak to the public information officer, sir. I need to
That's
speak.
what you asked for.
No. I need to speak with anyone who
No,
can
no,
answer
no,
questions.
That's what you asked for.
Okay, sir. I just want to. You understand what I'm
No,
asking
no,
for,
if
right?
you
I'm
wanna
asking to
be
speak to
in
somebody.
contact with others,
Okay.
we can have
Sir,
this discussion.
excuse me.
You're working
The- what
towards
I'm
me.
asking- okay.
Don't walk towards me.
I'm walking around
Don't
you.
walk towards me.
I'm walking around you.
All right. You obviously just want to have me on. What are you asking?
So what he's talking about is relevant. I'm here to conduct business. I'm just trying to get some
What
public
business
services.
are you conducting?
I need to find out what services you offer here to the public.
That's online. You can
I understand
find
it's
out.
online, but I'm here. What is the problem with someone coming down in this
Here,
huge
you
building?
can also just Google it on your phone.
Okay, but
Where do you
where's the
live?
common
You drove
courtesy?
all the way down
But
here.
what is the common courtesy of just bringing somebody here? Where's the common courtesy of just bringing somebody
No
down
one
here?
knows.
You don't need an appointment. You don't need an appointment. There's nothing here that says you need an appointment. There's nothing here that says I need to show ID. There's nothing here that says any of that.
Okay, well,
That's for
try to
employees.
how about this? We'll try to get in contact with them, but if we can't get in contact with them, then you're gonna have to call them at another time.
But they're here.
Do you know they're here? He just said
Anyone
they're here.
that works for the department. This is the
So you
building.
just want to bring some random person out of their office to talk to you.
It depends on I need to know what departments there are. What department? Who can tell me what departments are here? It's called working on a story. It's called working on a story. I'm working on a story, not a fishing
And
expedition.
working on stories are filtered through the public information
Okay.
officer. And members of the media
And I might
are
need some
more than
services
glad to
here.
give their name and their number so we can contact.
I'm a different kind of media. I exercise my rights.
We realize you're a different kind of media.
Just like you're a different kind of public servant, the tyrannical kind.
Your opinion.
Your opinion. Got it. Okay. See, look, this story just developed into a sergeant who doesn't know the law or doesn't know our rights, right? It just developed into that. Do you understand?
opinion.
No. That's fact. New Jersey, you cannot demand ID from anyone unless the state of New Jersey, you cannot. You're a law enforcement officer. You should know this. You cannot demand ID from anyone
You've just made an
unless
assumption of
you said you're the director of the police department here. So that means you're part of law enforcement,
You said
right?
I'm a law enforcement officer.
Okay, you're part of law enforcement.
Well, please, if you're a reporter, let's get our facts straight.
Okay.
That's what you proffered when you walked in, when you wanted to see public information.
I never said that. I said I'm an independent journalist working on a story. That's what I said.
And that's who you talk
That's
to,
what I
public
said.
information officer.
Okay.
And every service you want to know about is online.
So is this the visitor sign-in sheet over here? Is this where visitors sign in? Right here?
That's what it looks like.
It says contractor sign-in sheet.
Sign in then if you want, sir.
Oh, sure.
Sign in.
Is this the contract? Will I be able to go upstairs if I sign in?
Sign in with your name, and we'll see what we could do for you. How's that?
I don't trust you at all. I don't trust
Well,
you
which
at all.
way would you like it, sir?
So I'm gonna sign. Okay, here we go. Look, ready? I'll sign in right here. There you go. Signed in. Let me put the time I got here.
And what do you want here today now?
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to see what services you offer to the public here. I've said that many times. I said I'm
You
trying
want
to
to know
see.
what services?
I might need one of those
And if
services.
we tell you those services,
I might need one of them.
Are we done here?
I might need one of them. Depends. Take care, trooper. Have a good one. Good citizen in the report, remember. Just in case you can't leave it blank. I signed in. Can I go now?
No.
Why not?
You think that's not a real name? Ben
What's that?
Franklin is your name?
What?
You can't go in, you're not a contractor.
He told me to sign in there. That's where.
It's a contract. Do you have any contract work down here?
But I signed in. Look, you
No,
see it?
Doesn't work that way.
There's everything you could ever want to know about the New Jersey Human Services. Have a nice day.
Oh, great. That's perfect. See, that you could have done that from the beginning, right? Simple. Could have been nice to me. Could have treated me like a human being, like someone who pays your salary. So let's see what services they offered. He gave me this New Jersey Department of Human Services book. So they do income assistance, financial assistance programs, food assistance, employment assistance, transportation, child care, mental health, disability, veteran services, guardianship, county offices of disability services. Take care, Briggs. All right, guys, so we're just getting out of the Department of Human Services here in Trenton, New Jersey. So from the very beginning, Security Officer Briggs escalated the situation, calling the Department of Human Services police force, which I have no idea why the Department of Human Services needs a police force. Didn't know they had one. I'm sure a bunch of you didn't know that as well. Here in New Jersey, at least, that's the case. Then one of their officers tells me, "What are you doing in our building? This is our building." And again, that is the major problem between the public and our government, is that they believe they are above us. This is their building. No, it's not their building. This is our building. This is we the people's building. You know why? Because none of this happens without the people paying taxes. This building doesn't exist. They don't have a job. We the people forcibly pay taxes to our government, and they're supposed to provide us with services and treat us with some respect and recognize our rights, not escalate the situation like the director of the Department of Human Services police force did. Don't escalate the situation. Don't treat members of the public with disrespect. Help them. "Hey, sir, how are you? What do you need? How can I help you today? Is there any information I can give you?" Not call the state police. But I'm glad they called the state police. You know why? Because you know why I love doing these videos is because inevitably I always expose a tyrant. And that sergeant, that is what he is. He is a tyrant. He has definitely violated someone's rights before. I'm going to be filing a formal complaint against him because he is a supervisor who doesn't know the law or our rights. That is scary. I'm going to get your ID. Because if I don't get your ID, we're going down a slippery slope. You're going to give it to me, or you're going to go to jail, or I'm going to take your freedom from you. That's what he's basically saying. I'm going to take your freedom from you. I'm going to use what authority that you entrusted in me, that the people entrusted in me to protect and serve, to violate your rights and take your freedom from you because you are exercising your rights. Do you see what their mentality, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you're exercising your rights, that's being difficult. Exercising your rights is being difficult, apparently. According to the government officials, our public servants, it's not. Exercising our rights is our duty. I don't have to give you my identification. And I told him I wasn't. I was ready to take the ride. If he would have arrested me, it is what it is. He had no reasonable articulable suspicion I've committed a crime. None whatsoever. He even said so himself. But again, he's a supervisor, ladies and gentlemen. That's the scariest part about this. He's a supervisor. Bunch of bad attitudes in this building that I'm happy to expose to we the people. And I will be filing a formal complaint against this sergeant. But let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.